dealing with some real mean allergies, and I'm sure y'all ain't never seen me like this before. Heck, I ain't never seen me like this before. Anyway, needless to say, I gotta say something about what's going on. Ain't been on in a minute. Um, but here's the funny thing. Remember a few months back when Sony had that new user agreement, and I came on here and I said something, and I talked about how I was disappointed in Mystic and MBG, and people didn't take it serious, and other people made videos talking about it's a nothing burger. Again, I've been gaming for more years than most people been living, and I have never been wrong yet. None of my gaming takes have ever been wrong. It's not a flex, it's not a boast, it's not like I'm better than nobody. It's just what it is. It's just the facts. Every take I've ever had when it comes to the gaming, my takes are just right. It is what it is. So, had people actually been enlightened to really pay attention to what was happening on the digital side of things, maybe they wouldn't have walked away with, oh, it's a nothing burger. Shut up, dummy. Real talk. Real freaking talk. So, let's keep it real. I was right, and Sony showed their hand then. I saw it. Most of y'all didn't. And now here we are. Sony's talking about, oh, no physical after already upping the prices because, oh, the components cost more. F your components. Your components ain't my business. If you work for me and you got to get to work and the gas prices go up, is that my problem? No, I don't have to pay you more to get to work. That's your problem. That's your business. You figure out how to get to work. Ain't that what they tell us? So you, the company, providing me a good or service, you work for me, just like the government people. See, unfortunately, most people don't have. We have a messed up mentality because they've fooled you. You're told that your government officials represent and work for you, but why doesn't it feel like that? Because they play you. They work for the companies, and they pretend like they work for you. And it's up to you to make sure they do their job. If you're the boss, you have to determine, okay, I fire this person, I hire this person. You got to do something. But unfortunately, most people don't do anything. What's up? So let's come straight at it. Without physical disc, Sony is already dealing with lawsuits because their digital games are only sold on their platform. You can't buy them anywhere else. So, monopoly as far as the pricing goes. They're walking that back and putting digital cards in stores or whatever. Still BS. If we allow Sony to go digital only, you're screwing yourself 10 ways from Sunday. If you've ever seen the picture of the men playing a game and under the game board, there's a bunch of people on their hands and knees, that's the situation. And if you don't have the nuts or the guts to stand up and stop letting people play on your back or bending you over, then I guess you deserve what you get. People like me will walk away. But oh, I can't not game. That's your problem. Fortunately for people like me, we've been gaming long enough than y'all been alive. And if it's time to stop, you know what? So be it. I got more than enough games to keep me good for the rest of my life, and I'm cool. Cause I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not with the Diddy crew. You're not for to bend me over. I'm not. I'm sorry. It's not that serious. I'm sorry. I actually have a brain, and I'm not going to let you bend me over, make me pay for something that you can take away whenever you want to. Nobody in their right mind buys a car or a TV knowing full well that they can just come and take it when they want just because they feel like it. No, I'm not doing that. And y'all stupid if y'all do. And unfortunately, I know, unfortunately, most gamers are stupid. So I get it. This is the world that I unfortunately decide to involve myself in, not realizing how idiotic and dumb the community ultimately is. You know, and you know, it I mean, you literally had the CEO of Microsoft say that the YouTubers of Microsoft, grifters and shields and frauds like Cope No Wood and them jokers and the frontline Xbox Joker, all them fake jokers, they make more money than Xbox. Xbox ain't made no money in the 25 years of their existence. But yet they on here lying to everybody every day. So again, I get it. Gamers are stupid, unfortunately, by and large, because you have unfortunately millions of people that listen to liars. All that time they was talking about Xbox is good, Xbox is good. How is Xbox good when their own company is like, yo, it's not good. We're not making money. But y'all listen to a bunch of people lie to y'all for years. And y'all like, oh, PlayStation's trash. PlayStation's trash. All that bull crap. All that bull crap. Y'all ran with it. So now here we go. It's a domino effect because I know people don't like doing politics, but it is what it is. Either you stupid or you're not. The administration that we have in the United States right now is what made it possible for Microsoft to even do the acquisition. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jesus loves you all. um, the administration that we have in the United States is what made it possible for Microsoft to do the King Blizzard Activision purchase. If you don't know, that's what allowed that to take place because there was somebody in place that was under the old administration that was stopping that from happening. But because the administration changed, she was gone, green light, game over. Because Bill Gates and them folks is cool. So there you go. Domino effect. Monopoly Microsoft able to try to monopolize in the gaming industry, but because they have failed for the last 25 years to be effective, they can't manage well, they can't create well. Wow, no surprise there. Um, and and so they have a failing company. So even with the monopoly, they still failed. They just made it worse for everybody else. And they're still making it bad because instead of just admitting defeat and bowing out and leaving it alone, they're still here messing stuff up. So also the whole AI um, database centers and all of that happened under this administration by design. Yeah, that dinner with the big techs where they gave the money for the banquet or gave the money for the ballroom, yeah, it was so that they could do the things that they wanted to do with no checks and balances. That's what made it possible for them to even spend that money to put that in that to basically create the environment where the prices of the components and everything would be too high. And you think they care about the gaming industry? Pfft, they don't. Come on. But what I want to see is, are people going to be stupid enough to let them play in your face? Are you going to wake up and say enough is enough? Are you going to wake up and say I'm not buying $1,000 PlayStation? I'm not going to go into debt or get on some payment plan or use Pay in Full or PayPal or Klarna or whatever to because I just have to have it. Are y'all going to be that special? You either serve God or you serve money. You gonna serve money that bad? If you literally can't exist, operate, and be a human being and make good choices, like you need gaming like that bad, it's unfortunate. And the sad thing is, we already know this to be somewhat true because we've seen the viral videos of kids throwing a fit, tearing up their whole home because their parent took away their cell phone or their game system. Now, I can't even stomach those kind of videos because obviously you messed up as a parent if your child is that far gone. Like it's crazy. So anyway, as far as this situation goes, let's deal with the truth. Um, they have lied to us. They lied to us about it being 80 to 90% primarily digital purchases. They have told that lie for so long, most of us have believed it. I thought that those numbers were true, and it sucks that a lot of us have thought those numbers were true. We have repeated that lie enough times, not knowing the truth. Well, guess what? The truth has come out that those numbers are skewed. If you know about statistics and numbers, you know how they can play the game. Well, what's the game? All DLCs, all microtransactions, every little digital purchase was included in the numbers to make it seem like, oh, look at how many digital purchases we have. And look at the size of physical purchases when we all know that there is no physical DLC. There are no physical microtransactions. So you're not even comparing apples to oranges. You're comparing fruit to steak. Like, make it make sense. So, unfortunately, these people have lied. Um, and people believe that we're the minority. When if you just look at the outrage, we're not the minority. They have lied. We're not the minority. And if we actually stand on business, we will show them. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. Somebody was saying that they think this is a game, and it very well could be. Now we know. I'm sorry, I got allergies. We know that Sony is stupid, but unfortunately, we also know gamers are stupider. Actually, I'm not sure who's stupider because spending $1 billion on Bungie and doing the stupid things like Concord and whatnot, I don't know. They both hand in hand. But here's the thing: if you've been paying attention, there are comments that say we will pay more for physical. So the very thing that they, prior to them saying they're not going to make physical, they were raising the price of the physical, right? Nintendo did it first with the $80 games. Then Microsoft tried to do it with Outer Worlds too. And then here comes GTA, and it's like it's $80 digital, $100 for the whatever, blah blah blah. They are setting you up to be like, we want to pay more, just because you don't want to lose physical. But here's the reality: you're not supposed to lose physical anyway, because that is a monopolistic situation where they control the only door for you to buy something, and you have no ownership and you have no competitions. For example, the fact that you have a place where you can go to get a physical game means that they can't, on their store, hold the price at full retail value for 10 years. Because you and I know, I definitely know, the game could come out right now. It'll be on sale this Christmas. All the sports games every year, you can get them for $25 at Christmas. Generally, $30 now. Now it's $30. But over the last 5, 10 years, every year that those annual games come out, Christmas time, them things on sale all day. And especially the next year, they're dirt poor. I mean, like cheap, cheap. And games that don't sell well, price drop immediately within a matter of months. You take away physical, that's gone. Whether the whether it does well or not, it'll be on their storefront for as much as they want to charge you, and you have no control over it. And if the network goes down, uh, the Sony network gets hacked, which it has been hacked how many times, you will be without your game. So the game that you can't live without and all that kind of crap, it's gonna be times where you can't play just because you can't connect to their server. Your internet could still work, but if their server goes down, you can't make the connections and play your game. So anyway, um, it's really unfortunate. It's going to be interesting to see. Um, what's up? It's going to be interesting to see where this goes, because I want to see how many people are willing to stand on business for real. If you really care about your video gaming experience and you really care about the gaming in the health, if you have enough brains to understand the value and the importance of the health of the gaming industry and gaming community, then you're going to have to make some hard choices. You're going to have to not give them your money, and you're going to have to wait. Discipline and patience. You're going to have to execute discipline and patience in this situation. If you don't, you get what you get. And to be honest, this is something that everybody should be able to do, especially as a human being that you're growing and getting older and mature as an adult. Discipline and patience are essential for a successful life. Real talk. So if you can't execute and exercise discipline and patience for a hobby, I question I question I question a lot of things in regard to you and the life that you live. Because if you can't exercise discipline and patience when it comes to a hobby, something that's not a necessity, what are your priorities? What are your priorities? And if your priorities are that skewed, how is that negatively affecting your life? And you don't live on an island. You're negatively affecting your life, and domino effect, you're negatively affecting the lives of those around you and those who depend on you. If you have an issue with executing and exercising discipline and patience, your relationships suffer when you don't have patience and you don't have discipline to do the right things. So again, we're going to really see what time it is with people. We really are. This is an opportunity. So things you can do: don't support PlayStation Plus, cancel those subscriptions, um, cancel any pre-order of digital games that you might have. And again, if you don't understand that, you by pre-ordering a digital game, you're just giving them money for nothing, because they're taking your money right away. The game doesn't come out for months, and it's digital. You're not missing out on anything. If you don't want to miss out on the pre-order stuff, get it a day before. Pre-order a day before. You know, take your money back right now, so that we can send a message to Sony right now. Get your money back. Get your money back on digital pre-orders. Um, try to buy physical. Try to buy physical. In most cases, it's cheaper. You have more options. So, but definitely don't support PlayStation Plus. And I tried to warn everybody about this long time ago, but everybody said, "Oh, it's a nothing burger." I tried to warn you. I started buying I started buying the games that I bought digital because they were so cheap. I started looking them up on physical and bought them physical. I'm like, I'm not for to play this. Let me grab some stuff. So if you seen my channel, I showed you a bunch of the physical games that I had, but I didn't just got this in the mail, because I probably have it in different forms or whatever, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just get a new disc and have that. Of course, my favorite right there. It's my Demon Slayer stuff. I grabbed this, grabbed that for cheap. All this stuff so cheap. All this stuff so cheap. I grabbed this, 5 terabytes. 5 terabytes. Got that for cheap. Got my girl deluxe edition for cheap. Still ain't beat that. The First Light, and then my other favorite, Hitman. So again, um, and then I got the other. Let me get I really love these games. Split Fiction. It Takes Two. Like if you been gaming for any length of time, um, and of course I already had that other one. If you've been gaming for any length of time and you remember what it was like to play co-op side by side with somebody on the couch, these two are about that life. And to be honest, they need to do a better job of feeding into that genre. They used to have one, or they had a game where with two guys and they were breaking out of prison or something or whatever. They need to really do more into that. If they do a good job at it, it will sell. I mean, this got Game of the Year. So again, it has to do with people's creativity, and there's no excuse. Like you could do Uncharted 2 player, like, and make it fun. But have they done that? No. You could do God of War 2 player, like you and Atreus or whatever. Like you could have done that, but they don't. So it's whatever. But yeah, I'm done. Like I said, I'm dealing with the health stuff. I got to take care of myself. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with this craziness. Don't be dumb gamers, please. please try to grow up. Try to grow up and be mature on some level. Exercise discipline, exercise patience, and don't just bend over. Don't stay bent over. Stand up. Like, you're not in a Diddy situation. Don't lay in the bed with Diddy and wake up and wonder why your butt hurts. Cause that's what it seemed like y'all want to do with Sony. Y'all just lay down with Diddy and be like, "Oh, my butt hurts. I don't know why my butt hurts." Like, you know good and daggone well you lay down with a predator. You know good and daggone well Sony don't care nothing about you. They just want your money. So I just hope that y'all wake up. That's all I can hope. And I guess we'll see. Cause for me, I can bounce easy. Like I got more than enough games to last me the rest of my life. I'm good. And if that means no Wolverine, so be it. If that means no GTA 6, so be it. And whatever other new games coming, if it means none of that, so be it. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. And I'm not and I'm doing it with purpose and intent. The purpose of standing up is to show people, and in this case, the company and the people that work for the company, look, I'm not going for that. If you want my business, if we like, people don't understand. You're a customer, they're the business. You have a relationship, but it has to be mutually beneficial. There has to be an agreement that you're agreeing to what they're providing and you're providing reciprocation of the funds for that. It has to be agreed upon. If at some point it gets skewed or off, then you come to the table and, be like, either you're going to change that or I'm walking. I mean, we do it all the time. So I don't know about some of y'all. Have you not gone to buy a car before? Do you not sit down and be like, I want this payment plan, I want this car, this model, this, that, and third. If you can't get it, I'm out. Or are you one of those people that be at the table, be like, well, oh, I wanted my payment to be 400, but you say it's got to be 700. Oh, what am I going to do? Okay, I guess I just have to get a second job. Cause I'm sorry, I've sold cars. I know some people that's special like that. Y'all, I don't understand people who do that. I really don't. And the number one thing to do when you're trying to buy a car and you're dealing with the salesman, leave. The number one thing you do is leave. When you leave, they be flipping. They be changing. They be calling you back, trying to get you back there. Cause I know I've been there. Those managers be like, "Where that customer you had? Get him back here. Don't let him leave. Don't let him leave." Telling you, customers have the power, but if y'all be so stupid to just keep giving them your money, stay bent over, no Vaseline. Like y'all want this. Like I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But again, I'm I already know better. Unfortunately, the majority of gamers are stupid. And I'm sorry, it's just what it is. Unintelligent, immature, idiotic, petty, pitiful, you name it. But that's not all gamers. But unfortunately, it's a lot of them. You have literally funded Xbox YouTubers to be able to sit at home on their butts doing nothing, making money, not working a job because y'all love pettiness. I mean, I'm so glad that the Microsoft CEO literally outed them and said that they're making more money than Xbox. All this time, Xbox has been a failing experiment, while at the same time, the people who cheerlead for them have been running around getting paid, lying. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm out. Been long enough, 30 minutes or whatever, 20, too long. But I got it off my chest. I'll holler at y'all later.